Vibracore?
Vibracore. That's pretty cool.
It's injected? It's injected.
Vibracore. I feel the vibe. I'm feeling it.
So what is it?
The best feeling and longest times you'll ever hit.
Is that Bernhard?
Oh, great. Langer.
You know why I play Tour Edge? Because I win with it.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Welcome back to Big's Golf Talk right here on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your Amazon devices as we tee it up on the last three holes of the front nine, 7, 8, and 9. I am Big John Quick. She is the golf diva, Amanda Robertson, and he is the golf father, Bill Cuevas. And I got to tell you, man, I'm just having a good old time and getting ready to leave for Oklahoma and all that stuff. And Amanda's out there in her hotel and just chilling right now and getting ready to go back to work on Monday. And
Monday, yes, you got to go back on Monday, go back to work. And what are you going to do when you go back to work on Monday? Are you going to do the water truck?
No, I am officially off.
Oh, cool.
She's officially off.
She's officially off.
Yes.
She's officially done. She got a lot of stuff to do back in.
She's made enough roads
Arizona.
wet.
She's wet the roads, and now they're all slick and they're not dusty because she doesn't wet the roads. She wets the dirt, so it doesn't create a lot of
dirt,
nasty crap.
Yes.
Yep.
So
and I was just helping for a few weeks, and then so now I get to go back, and just be home for a little while and be kind of normal. Well, as close to normal as I can ever be, but.
Okay.
Well, Amanda, I don't know if you got a chance to check out the BMW Championship this last week.
I did a little bit.
The final round obviously was really fun to watch. Actually, I really enjoyed watching Patrick Cantlay and Bryson DeChambeau take it to extra holes, and Bryson choking for those extra holes when he could have put it away and win it. But Patrick Cantlay also choking because Bryson hit his ball in the water in one of the extra holes and didn't capitalize on that. Yeah. And Bryson was able to pull out a par off that par 3 at 17th. But one of the things I want to talk about is the social media is taking firestorm.
Yes.
And if you just hold your microphone still, so there's no
talking about? I don't
background
hear anything.
noise.
Do you hear anything over there? All I heard was him clicking a pen. That's what I heard. So he's talking about, you stopped moving your microphone. He has a microphone right under him, holding and standing. I under the
he's wiggling a microphone where the wire is banging against the table or something like that. And I'm having in my headphones.
No, it was him tick, click, click.
Anyway,
click, click, click.
Taken by social media by firestorm, Bryson DeChambeau has. And if you're a golf fan, you've heard about this, Bryson being called a bully. And the latest thing, and I'm going to get into what my opinion about it is,
as you always do.
The latest thing was in the BMW Championship, a couple holes, and this was still during regulation. I think it was the 15th or 16th hole, and Bryson was getting ready to set up for a shot, and obviously, blowing past Cantlay, and so then Cantlay is starting to walk to his past him, and he said, "Cantlay, stop walking." That's all he said. He didn't criticize him or call him a name or anything like that, but. Amanda, you're on a golf course and you're competing during a tournament. And I've talked to a couple caddies, professional PGA Tour caddies, and they said that's not uncommon. That's not, and sometimes, most of the time, it's a caddy saying, or putting up a stop sign, hold up to walk. But just because the microphones picked it up, then the commentators reacted to what they heard on the microphone. And then one of the commentators actually said, Patrick Cantlay, he got called out by Bryson DeChambeau. Immediately said it after Bryson said, "Oh, wow, did you hear that? Bryson just called out Patrick Cantlay." And he didn't call him out. He just asked him to stop walking.
Which is typical.
Which happens, I don't know, 100 times on the golf course for various different reasons. I will say that, yes, it's normally the caddy that kind of steps in and takes that role. But at the same time, I've said it. And no, I'm not being picked up by a mic. And so back to my on par with Amanda about it, how the broadcasting goes dictates the feel of the event. Right. And they can set an audience one direction or the other. It's the same thing. It is very true. The person made it a big deal that was like, oh my gosh, can you believe da 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 da. But
they kept on repeating it as Patrick was going on, and even in the extra holes, referring to Bryson as a bully, and that earlier on he got called out.
I don't understand how you can say that he's a bully. I don't. Why would you even say that he's a bully?
And I'm not the biggest Bryson fan
to
start, but in this situation, I don't think that's nothing out of the normal. Like if you know anything about professional golf, like that's actually pretty common. Yeah. And it doesn't matter who you are, what your temperament is. And yes, there are pickier golfers on the golf course, but overall, I've said it. My caddy said it. I've been told it. Hey, I was accidentally moving and didn't know. And hey, can you not touch your clubs? Just let oh shoot, yeah, hold on. So I mean, we've all been there on both sides, and it's like if that's something that you're taking to heart, like if Cantlay is taking that to heart, then he's got a bigger issue.
There's nothing there that Cantlay said that he did.
No,
it was strictly the announcers and everybody else. Yeah,
it was everybody else that was stirred to pop because Patrick actually kept his composure and didn't even say anything negative about the comment.
No, and you wouldn't, because you just look like a fool if you do, because we've all said, hey, hold it down, or hey, but most of the time, like I said, it's the caddy stepping in just so you can save face. It doesn't have to come from the player, so that there's no animosity just in case. But and
typically there's not a boom mic on a caddy.
No,
there's always a boom mic on a player.
This issue goes back to the broadcasting. The reporter is now turning this into a spectacle and making it way more than it ever should have been. Because even if it was picked up on the mic and the reporter would have been like, oh, Cantlay must have been moving, whatever, and just kind of let it go and comment on it. That's great. Yeah. Hey, this is really what goes on the golf course, but make it more of a positive thing. Hey, Bryson,
they don't want to make it.
But right away, it was right away to the commentators a call out.
Yeah,
and it should have been focused more in a positive light of, hey, Bryson just respectfully told Cantlay to chill out, and just commented in more of it's a good thing, not a bad thing, because it really is a good thing. It's not. We all make mistakes. Sometimes you're in the middle of focusing on yourself, that you don't realize that you're causing a scene, for the other player. So
I seen a tweet earlier the other day that said, okay, Patrick Cantlay hates Bryson DeChambeau. Who else?
Fake news.
Bryson was fielding with somebody else on social media.
Oh, he was.
Remember who was that?
Brooks Koepka.
Yeah. So the tweet said, Patrick hates Bryson. Brooks hates Bryson. Dustin Johnson hates Brooks. If Patrick Reed comes back from pneumonia, Patrick Reed hates everybody. Everybody hates Patrick. So what kind of Ryder Cup team are we going to have?
Hopefully one that wins.
Well, here's my thing.
And on that note, they will all be riding on Finn scooters. Did you?
No, I did not see that.
Yes, there's a press release from Sun Mountain Finn scooters. They got them pimped out. They got beautiful USA ones, and then they got one for Europe. So congratulations, Finn scooters. That's gonna be awesome. And you brought it up. So while everybody's mad at Patrick and everybody else in between, they will be riding individually golf carts and walking, but on Finn scooters. How cool is that?
I like that.
I like it a lot. I like the idea. I love those Finn scooters.
I do too.
And you know what, Patrick? I love you. I think love everybody on the golf course. I
think if anybody thinks, like, people should just honestly know that more of it is media than anything, that Patrick is not. I can tell you right now, he could give a flying fig about you don't even remember. Like in the moment, you're like, oh, sorry, bro. Like, okay. And you move on. And I've been in a situation where someone has told me something that like I wasn't doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, like this person's way out of line. I've been in those situations where, that person turns around and thinks you're moving or whatever, or is being overly picky. But even then, even if Bryson was being overly picky, you move on. So us golfers don't take it to heart in the same way. I think that they're wanting to make it a bigger deal than it is.
Yeah, they got nothing better to do. That's why they're in the broadcast booth.
Save the drama for your mama. Come on.
Save the drama for your mama.
Well, just imagine this. I mean, and everybody that's watching this and listening to this, just imagine if there was no coverage. And there's plenty of golf tournaments out there you won't see TV coverage for.
100%.
Yeah. You wouldn't even know somebody said something to somebody else. A fist fight could have broken out. And unless somebody reports it or puts it on social media,
you don't know.
Nobody knows about it.
You know how many people that ask you, hey, you saw this on TV? No. Have you really seen it? No. Have you seen that on Facebook? Yeah. No. Why? Because I'm not watching TV and I don't care about Facebook.
Yeah.
That's why. I'm not going to sit there and watch the crazy stuff happen. I want to post about Big's golf talk, happy stuff, God stuff, and everything else. I don't care about anything else in between.
Right. We're in such I think Biggs, you brought it up. We're in such a cancel culture right now, where everything is a target. Everyone is a target. Anything you say, they'll just twist it and make it so that it isn't positive. And so it's a really difficult time in that regard. And as far as shame on the commentator for kind of making that way more than it was. And that's the idea behind television, right? That's
the first thing I thought was, and he's repeating this as the playoff holes are going on.
Yeah, making
how earlier, how Patrick Cantlay's overcoming Bryson's call out. I'm like,
overcoming. 3 seconds later, I hit my tee shot, and I don't think any more about it.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what? You are in the wrong if you think that Bryson shouldn't have done that. Because let me tell you, there's a lot of stuff that goes on the golf course that everyday spectators don't get to see that has to go on to make the golf work and, coexist. And they would be in for a rude awakening if they were there and they were mic'd up 24/7. And no, it doesn't happen all the time. But let me tell you, I'm playing for my career earnings. This is very important to me. I am not going to have someone jangling their pocket change.
Well, not only that, Amanda, but we're talking about the last tournament before the FedEx Cup playoffs.
It's huge. It's a big deal.
And these two players are number 1 and number 3 on the FedEx Cup, standings. So whoever won that tournament was going to have a 3-stroke advantage.
Yep, 100%.
And at that time, Bryson was number 1 in the FedEx Cup standings because he was winning the match.
Sure.
So he's thinking to himself, I got to concentrate. I got to focus. I got to keep what I have here.
Yeah.
And that was at the time that this happened. Obviously he lost the match. He lost the tournament, came in second place, and is now third in the FedEx Cup and has a 3-stroke. He's behind Cantlay in 3 strokes.
And I think maybe this wouldn't have been as blown up if Bryson he's been in the media for the last 2 to 3 months over drama with Brooks, drama with his choices for what he's doing as a golfer. I think recently I saw an article, I didn't get to read it, about Phil Mickelson, something about a shaft holdback and just all this stuff. Like, he's just been in the media and the limelight. And so the attention's already on him. So it's pretty easy to create. It's really easy if you have a fire started to spread the wildfire. So I felt like he's kind of doomed either way.
Yeah, it is. I've been looking down while you guys are talking. I've been looking at all the latest stuff that's going on Twitter and stuff. I just wanted to see what they got going on. And some from the last couple of days. Rory says it's pretty tough to be Bryson DeChambeau right now. What's funny about grown men intentionally beep off other people? I wonder why the 12-year-old thinks he's funny, why he's a grown man. These are all about Brighton tagging Bryson DeChambeau in it. And of course, there's no crying in golf. So they got that. And it just goes on. Rory still has sympathy for Bryson. So it's like,
what sympathy?
why would you have sympathy
Why
for
would you
somebody who
need
hasn't done
sympathy?
anything?
I didn't do anything. Yeah, I literally told a guy, hey, can you hold still while I hit my tee shot? Hey, thanks.
Yeah, and a couple of days ago, Bryson sat down with Mr. Todd
Well, now,
Lewis.
was it the way people wanted him? I mean, what did he want? People to have him step out and say, Mr. Cantley, please stop. I mean, he said, Cantley, stop walking.
Yeah.
That's what he said. That's how he said it.
But
Cantley, stop walking.
And they move on to now they're saying that he had an interview recently, I guess on Golf Central. They were reporting that he had an interview on how is he going to have the fans behavior on the golf course and his thoughts on how he's going to get along with Brooks Koepka.
But see, this is the problem.
This is the problem.
No, this is the problem. We're lumping two different things into one category.
Yeah.
I, as you all know, am not a Bryson fan. So as far as him being a baby, he is. I truly believe that he is a big baby.
Okay.
But that has no factor in the fact that was he in the wrong as a professional golfer to ask another to stop walking? Absolutely not. Don't get me started.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys,
and
you better
Bryson-
watch this interview after you hear it today on Saturday morning. Make
Bryson-
sure that on Wednesday night they watch this on YouTube TV and Facebook Live because you're going to watch our very own karate diva.
Yes.
Because she was chopping that thing.
I was chopping.
And not
No.
one hand, but two hands, two karate chops up and everywhere. Woo! You are.
Just something to keep in mind.
Yes.
But that's the thing. You can't bring in multiple things and lump it into one category. Like I said, I don't have to like Bryson to tell you that he is not in the wrong.
Yeah.
He doesn't owe anybody an apology, doesn't owe anybody an explanation. And I can tell you right now, Patrick is not upset over that.
Nope.
And could care less and probably never thought about it again until social media blows it up.
As usual.
And if it wasn't for the commentators even saying anything about it, I don't think anybody would have said anything about it.
No.
Nope.
It's once again dictated by the commentary. And
That's why when I watch golf, I watch golf with it on silent.
yeah.
That's the best way to watch it. I watch it and I form my own opinion. I can tell when they hit the shot, what they did, how they did it. I don't need somebody telling me.
Whatever your opinions are on Johnny Miller, you can at least understand.
He said his name.
Yeah. You can at least, however you feel about him, he dictates what you're watching because he has a very strong approach to how he's going to shift the tone.
Yeah.
And it's a lot different than anybody.
Here's the thing. There's a difference between being a storyteller and then just being an idiotic commentator.
Well, just being aggressive and for no reason.
Making stuff up
And
that really
Johnny Miller, like him or hate him, the guy was a storyteller.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but this past weekend, the commentators, I'm a huge Faraday fan.
Huge.
The whole team was just in the wrong on this.
Yeah.
Well,
No, I agree. I totally agree. And that's kind of funny that it lumps right into, like I said, the point of view from the all women's to broadcast for the women. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, it will be interesting.
Yep.
If that changes the tone. Like, I think the overall tone is going to be different. You have a room full of women and a room full of men. Those conversations are very tonally different. Whether or not you're talking about the same subject, they're going to come off incredibly different. So
FedEx Cup playoffs, Amanda the Golf Diva Robertson. What is your pick? Who do you like in the FedEx Cup playoffs? Now that the field has been established, who do you think is going to shine the most?
Man, I will tell you that I know he struggled in the playoff. Like you said, he had a couple, but I really think Patrick, he's got a good.
He's on fire.
He is. He's on fire, and I think his mind is in a really good place. So I would expect
mentally,
him.
He's really strong mentally right now.
Yeah,
he really is, and his putting is just on point. He even said in the interview,
You feel like
I am the strongest right now in my putting game that I feel so confident I can't do no wrong in my putting game.
Mm-hmm.
He certainly showed it in the extra holes because he kept himself alive.
Mm-hmm.
Bryson should have just won that thing, and he kept himself alive with 20-foot putts and nailed them.
Yeah.
And that is what kept that playoff alive.
Yep.
Bill Godfather Cuevas, the FedEx Cup playoffs is amongst us. Any special person you like besides the winner?
Well, I'm gonna go to my my go-to, like always, because if I said anything different, people wouldn't like it. So what I'm gonna say is, Biggs, Amanda, the winner will be the person that wins at the end of the last round that has
You're such a
the best
coward.
score.
You're
just
such a coward. Coward.
Why is that coward? Okay, you want somebody? I'm gonna say DJ. How's that? All right. I'll go outside and on, but I know my fans wanted to hear me say that the winner will be the winner at the end of that last round.
You have fans?
I have fans.
Oh,
I have some fans. Might be my own, might be me. I don't know.
Might be imaginary, but hey, they're there.
so I'm gonna be the badass here. I'm gonna be the bad guy. I'm gonna. If Bryson can fix his putting game, I think Bryson's gonna do it.
Oh boy!
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And you know he has a habit of when he blows up, and he blew up. He blew up in the extra holes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say that because his putting just totally sucked. But it seems like when he blows up, he really works on that part of that game, and then comes back and does better.
Okay.
I think Bryson will come out, and I think Bryson wins the FedEx Cup.
Okay. Well, there you have it. Bryson, DJ, and what did the golf diva say? I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. Yeah, this has been customary.
She likes Patrick
Patrick. Which Patrick?
Cantley.
Cantley. Okay, just checking. Just want to make sure. Thank you, Miss Diva. We appreciate you. And don't forget, folks, we're almost winding down to this segment. Make sure you listen to this segment on Wednesday where Amanda gets hot and starts karate chopping everything on the stage. Yeah, with two hands.
Amanda, have a great weekend.
Yes.
We will not see you next week because
No.
obviously the live show will re-air on Saturday, but in 2 weeks we'll see you. And enjoy your time off.
Thank
No,
you,
it's not
guys.
good.
We love you.
No, we
Love
don't.
you too. Bye.
All right.
I only-
More Biggs Golf Talk coming your way right after this as we tee it up on number 10, right? Coming up next on Biggs Golf Talk.
Boom.